This is Sid from Thinkific, and today we're going to be talking about guest posting and why it's important. So first, before we get into the meat of this, what is guest posting? You'll notice that I use guest posting, guest blogging, guest blog posting, guest post blogging interchangeably. All it means is that I'm going to someone else's site, someone else's blog as a guest author, and I'm writing some content for them. So I'm not posting on my own blog, I'm posting on someone else's site. Pretty simple concept, and you might be wondering, well, if it's so simple, why is it so important? First up, we know that content marketing is really important. It's a way to get yourself out there, promote yourself, your brand, and your online course. But when you're just starting out, you don't have much of an audience. So you post a blog post on your own website and it gets lost amongst the millions of blog posts out there. How do you get exposure really quick? Guest posting. There are other sites out there that have been around for years, right? They have a lot of traffic coming to them. They have people subscribed to those blog posts, people reading it every single day. And so if you can find yourself on one of those sites and post a blog post there, then all those people will find out about you. The first benefit, massive exposure, and exposure to a new audience, an audience that you don't already have. The second benefit is the brand building aspect of it. The most sites you go and put yourself out on, the larger your brand is. So you go and you get on say Forbes or entrepreneur.com, and there are hundreds of thousands of people seeing you, seeing your picture and your bio. And even if they don't come over to your site, they still are now acquainted with your brand. And next time they see you, it's going to trigger a memory again. Thirdly, the SEO and traffic aspect. Now, some of them will click on your links in your bio and come back to your website, so you're getting that constant traffic source from these other blogs. There's a slight SEO benefit if you get your blog post up on reputable sites. And of course, there's a lot of traffic that comes in from the heavily trafficked sites as well. Finally, and this is actually a very important benefit, a lot of people forget about this aspect of guest blogging, but you're building relationships with other blog owners, right? These are people who have been around in the business for a while. They've built up their own personal brands. They've built up a following, a lot of influence. And now that you're building a relationship with them, they're willing to help you out in your business as well. So that's actually kind of invaluable. And when you start building relationships with influencers, there's a whole world of influencer marketing that opens up to you, and partnerships and joint ventures. In fact, we actually have a blog post on the Thinkific blog about joint venture partnerships and how you can promote your courses on that. Once you start doing this guest blogging stuff, read that blog post and expand your marketing efforts. So hopefully I've sold you on why it's important to put yourself out there and post blogs on other websites. But how do you find these websites? I mean, of course, it's easy to find websites. There are millions of them out there. How do you find the best ones to get on? So I'm going to take an example. Let's talk about hula hooping. Let's say you're a hula hooping instructor. You have courses about hula hooping, like we actually do on Thinkific. There are obviously some blogs that are dedicated just to hula hooping, maybe a handful of them, but you want to try and think kind of broader, because if just putting yourself out there on 5 blogs is not going to get you enough. Take a step back, think a little broader. Think about who you're targeting with your courses. As a hula hooping instructor, I'm targeting people who like to dance, right? People who like the active lifestyle. There are 2 huge communities of people there, the dancing community, and there's tons of blogs and websites about dancing, which I can get myself on. And then there's this whole active lifestyle fitness community again, which I can get myself on. Now your world of potential websites to post blogs on have dramatically increased. For any course topic that may sound really niche, you kind of want to broaden it a bit and expand the number of guest blogs that you can target. What I suggest is creating an Excel spreadsheet, just compiling a full list of all these websites and then prioritizing them. So what I mean by that is you don't want to get on websites that don't have any traffic at all, because it's not doing you a lot of good. You're putting in a lot of effort to write a really good blog post, and if nothing comes back from it, then you wasted a lot of time. Prioritize this list of websites that you have by using, what I'd like to use is something called the Alexa traffic rank. It gives you a ranking of the website that you're on, and the higher the ranking, the more traffic this website gets according to Alexa. So that's a good way to sort of prioritize which sites you want to guest post on based on how much traffic they get. Another way to quickly find out how popular a blog is to look at your social media following. So it's likely that they have, Twitter account, Facebook page, Instagram account. Check out those social media profiles and then, tally up the numbers, see how big their reach is and pick the ones that have the biggest reach. So in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to actually pitch the sites that you have in your Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to show you an example of a good pitch, one that I use personally to get close to 100% response rate. And then I'm going to show you an example of a really bad pitch that I've received. Hopefully it'll make you laugh a bit. And finally, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to write an epic blog post that attracts a ton of traffic to your website. Go create your list right now, find the blogs that you want to be guest posting on, and then come back and watch that episode. I'll see you soon.